Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Uchu Sentai Kyuranger review for you today. This is the DX Saiko Kyutama. It is the new Henshin Kyutama for Shishi Red, turned into Shishi Red Orion. You can see him displayed prominently here on the front. I love this suit. I think it looks fantastic. I love the helmet. I love the color scheme. Just everything about it is really, really cool. I do think it's funny if you look at the front of the box down here. It is romanized as Saiko Kyutama, but a couple websites, including the one I got it from, HLJ, had it romanized as Saiko Kyutama, like P-S-Y-C-H, which I thought I thought was funny. So obviously it's not that Psycho, it's a Saiko. In any case, really cool pictures here on the side. I think that's a really cool picture, and I love this picture on this side with all 9 of the Kyurangers. It does have LED lights for every one of them, which we'll get to, and that's really cool. Except black's kind of a purple, because that's what they tend to do. Really cool picture there on the top. I like that a lot. Not much going on the bottom. And then on the back, it shows you how it works with the Seiza Blaster, all the crazy sounds and lights and everything going on. So without further ado, let's get out of the box and take a closer look. So here it is, the Saiko Kyutama. It's pretty cool. I like how along the side here you can see it has colors for all of the different Kyurangers: yellow, red, green, black, gold, pink, orange, silver, and blue. So I think that's pretty neat. You can see it's a large, over-exaggerated Kyutama, but still fun. And then it is number 315, apparently. You can see the holofoil sticker there. Now, when I first got this thing out of the box, I'm hitting the button and I'm going, oh my god, it doesn't work. I'm taking the batteries out, making sure they all work. There's an on and off switch on the side, so don't be like me. Once I read the directions, I was like, oh, obviously there's an on and off switch. So go ahead, hit that. You can already see some of the colors having fun there. This is where there's like 3 watch batteries that go in here. You pull the little tab out, and then the speaker is up here. Whoop, I'm hitting buttons on the bottom. Now, as you can see, there are no pins. So it's kind of funny when you put this in the Seiza Blaster, all it does is push this button down. So if you don't have the Seiza Blaster, you could totally get this toy and just have fun with it, because the Seiza Blaster doesn't do anything. All it does is hold the button down. So if you just held that button down with your one hand and then hit the button, it's just like you have it. So on its own there, this thing does have a couple sounds if we just hit the button. And then you can spin this. So it always says what say the attack, but if you keep pressing through these, and then it goes back through. So if you just to choose one at random. So it always says, what say the attack? Oops, I'll turn this off temporarily. So that's what this thing does on its own, without the Seiza Blaster. I'll show you later on how you really can just push the button, but I think for fun I'll bring in the Seiza Blaster first, just to show you how it's supposed to be done. Alright, so I have this thing turned on, just to prove to you that it is on. If you go ahead and pop this in, so you hit the button on top, you get some pretty sweet music, and then we spin. So it says Shishi Red Orion. I just think it's funny. I mean, normally we would say Orion, but they say Orion, so it makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. It's stupid. But just to show you, tilting it back, forward, it does nothing. Because, again, it has no pins. So it doesn't even really know anything's connected, and none of the sounds are coming out of this. They're all coming out of this. So, just to demonstrate my point, if you would just press the button underneath, so it really doesn't need this. All it does is push that button down there. So again, if you don't have this, you could still buy this and get all the fun because you could just hold the button down yourself. No big deal. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off, not that it matters. And we'll try this again just for fun. Also, you can spin it either way, if that makes any difference to anybody. So, in case that matters to anyone, I think the directions show you spinning it this way, but if it's more natural for you to spin it the other way, it all works. So, one more transformation. Alright, so now that we're transformed, if you hit it, so basically it's going to cycle through each of the 9 Kyuranger galaxies. And it's kind of cool because on the show when he does this, he can pull their weapons. He has these like little portals that open up and he pulls their weapons out of it. And then he can use the weapons of all 9 Kyurangers. It's pretty neat. Oops. Sorry. Hit the wrong... It's kind of a weird, like, fluttering bird sound there. Sorry, what you saw me do there a second ago is I accidentally held the button down. We'll get there in a moment. Sounds like frying eggs or something. I don't know why Food Meister will always make me laugh as well. And then if you just hit it again, it just goes back around. So it's pretty cool. It does all 9 All right. It does all 9 of the individual Kyurangers, kind of like what they call themselves when they're doing the roll call, like Shinobi Star, Foodmeister, and all that stuff. So, but it only does it for the first 9. I kind of wish it did Ryu Commander and Koguma Sky Blue and all that kind of stuff, but what are you going to do? So it's very cool. I really like that. And then if you hit it again, or you hit it, then you spin it, you get the sound of their galaxy and everything like that. Then the 10th one is an all galaxy, and you heard the sounds for that too. So very cool. There's definitely a lot of sounds in there, a lot of lights. Very, very neat in that regard. Now, what I did before by accident was when I held it down, that's like how you get the go for calling the Voyager, the docking, and the attack, and all that kind of stuff. So if you hold it down, so it did those out of order, so now it's going to loop back around. This is what the first one would be. So it says Battle Orion Ship, and then it kind of makes like a foghorn kind of sound, which is neat. And then next would be the docking. So Orion Battler, as we know, there's going to be at least one more mecha coming our way. So that's what that is. And then Kyukoku Galaxy. Which is like the big attack sound. So that is it for that. If we go ahead and take this out, and we can put this to the side, because again, this really did nothing. It just held the button down for us. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this thing a lot. It's definitely it's got a lot of sounds to it. I love the LEDs. You have all 9, plus you have white for Shishi Red Orion. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It was relatively, I want to say relatively inexpensive, but I think it was around 3,000 yen, so I guess it's not really true. Not a bad deal for what you get, I don't think. I got mine on HLJ, and I think with their little discount, it was about 2,800 yen, so $26, $27. But it has its own batteries, it has its own sounds and lights, definitely a lot of sounds in there, and it's definitely fun to spin it over and over and over and over again. So I definitely think it's worth picking up. I mean, this is obviously going to be a big deal for the show going forward, because he's going to use this form a lot. There's going to be a mecha associated with this, as we heard. So I think it's neat. I definitely recommend picking up. Plus, like I said, if it's something where you never got a Seiza Blaster for whatever reason, you could still pick this up and still get all of the sounds out of it without the Seiza Blaster, because it really doesn't do anything except hold that button down for you, and you could easily do that yourself. So I think it's neat in that regard, that it works with that, but it also is completely separate as far as you know, the playability. But there's a lot there. I mean, I definitely think it's fun. Obviously, it doesn't have any kind of picture or anything inside like most Kyutama. I mean, it does, but obviously the light already illuminates it. It doesn't have, like, you certainly couldn't hook this up to, wow, I'm blanking on the Megazord name. That's going to haunt me. In any case, Kyuranger. Wow, there it is. Sorry. It's been one of those days, guys. So I think this thing is really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the DX Saiko Kyutama from Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.